Based on how a protein is folded, it exists in four different forms: primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. A primary structure, the amino acids are held together by peptide bonds, which are basically covalent bonds. Usually, when a protein is just made, it exists in the primary form. The next level is the secondary structure, and it's a little bit more complex. Keratin in hair exists in this form. The pink circles that you see here are the amino acids, and the dashed lines are the hydrogen bonds that hold this structure together. The next level is the tertiary structure, and an example of this would be lactase. Lactase exists in this form, in the tertiary form, and its shape is extremely important for it to carry out its function. This tertiary structure is held together by interactions between the R groups that we mentioned earlier and hydrogen bonds. So let's apply what we have just learned to a real life situation. We just learned that secondary structure of a protein is held together by hydrogen bonds. And the example that we gave for a secondary structure was keratin. And keratin is the protein that makes up hair. So let's apply this to a real life situation. Here's a person with naturally curly hair. And in this person, the keratin has many more hydrogen bonds than a person with naturally straight hair. So there are many more hydrogen bonds that hold this keratin structure together. That's what makes the hair curly. Here's a person with naturally straight. This person, keratin here, has very few hydrogen bonds, has much fewer hydrogen bonds. Now let's say I have curly hair and I want to straighten it. What would I do? I would use a straightening iron that basically applies heat to the hair. What the heat does is to break up these hydrogen bonds. So if you break these hydrogen bonds, your hair can now become straight until these hydrogen bonds reform again. So let's say I have straightened my hair and I feel good, I look good, and I step outside and it's raining and I've forgotten my umbrella. So what's going to happen is that rainwater enhances hydrogen bonds. Rainwater is attracted to the dry hair and enhances the hydrogen bonds. And as a result, the hair starts to become curly.